For this week's podcast.english.com business podcast, we're talking about computer hacking.
So, Richard, what exactly do we mean by hacking?
Accessing a computer without authorization.
So, why is it in the news?
Well, there's been a huge attack recently, a DDoS attack.
Hold on.
OS.
Which is?
A distributed denial of service attack.
Explain what that means.
Well, obviously know our website, podcastinenglish.com. We're hosted on a server.
Right.
It happens to be in Germany. Now, if millions and millions of people throughout the world all typed on their computer to get into our website, it would completely take the website down.
Because?
It can't handle so many people accessing our website at the same time.
So is that a kind of hacking, though?
Well, it is the way it was done, because obviously you can't just get millions of people to attack a website, can you?
No.
So what the hackers have done, they created a piece of malware.
Okay. That is bad software, isn't it?
Yes, we've heard of viruses and worms, etc. Malware is the generic term. And with this malware, they took control of millions and millions of computers, and those computers then attacked these websites.
And who did these computers belong to? Just normal, everyday people?
Well, that's the interesting thing about this attack. When you have this network of bad computers, it's called a botnet. But the interesting thing about this attack is that they were all, they call it the Internet of Things. They're computers like, for instance, controlling fridges or webcams or garage doors. They're all these little bits of little computer-like instruments that are throughout the world now, and they took control of these.
How did they take control of things like that?
Well, all of these things, they're connected to the internet, and often people, they have the default username and password, which this piece of software could easily guess, and that's how they did it.
So who's doing this, Richard?
A very good question. No one knows. Now then, because it's such a big attack, some people immediately suspected governments, Russia or China.
Because they're attacking well-known websites, aren't they?
They were well-known websites based in the US of A.
Right.
So that was why they thought it might have been foreign governments. But then it could also have been even teenage hackers in their bedroom. And also, there are cyber criminals involved as well, because cyber criminals harness these, as I mentioned, botnets to blackmail companies. They say to a company, we are going to attack your company unless you give us lots of money. So there are lots of cyber criminals as well.
Now, we're a fairly small site, Richard. Are we safe?
I hope so. But having said that, our website did go down for 2 hours a couple of days ago, and we're not sure why.
The first for us. So what about you, the listeners? Have you been affected by this denial of service attack? Have you been hacked at all?
Or have you noticed where lots of websites you've tried to access have gone down?
Would love to hear from you.